Good afternoon, everybody. Ryan Hale from Oak Hill Outdoor and the Hookup. Joining me today is Ty Currier. Thanks so much, Ty. Really appreciate you joining in today.
Anytime.
We'll touch on a couple subjects. I got a few notes here. Our hunting sale still going on, 20% off there. So if you need anything, come on down. A lot of great gear, a lot of great deals. We're getting in. We got a lot of stuff going on right now, Ty, between pheasant season, duck, goose, bow season's running. We're only a month out from deer shotgun season, so a lot of stuff going on right now. This weekend's going to be, weather looks great.
It does.
So if you're still wanting to fish, get out there. I think they're talking 60 to 70 degrees Saturday and Sunday, so great opportunity to get some late fall fishing in. You know, maybe shoot some birds in the morning, get out and fish in the afternoon. So. Other big item, November 27th, we have our second annual IOI show here at the Hookup in Oak Hill Outdoor. So lots of product coming in. Our otter shacks, we went up, got those yesterday, so we'll have otter shacks in. We have clam shacks, a lot of gear. Our JT rod order just arrived here this week too. So great selection of JT rods. Ty, let's touch a little bit here on hunting, and are we seeing some good numbers here?
Getting back to this weekend, with the warmer temperatures and your four-legged friends out there, bring water. It has been hot. We've had a warm September, warm October, even this past weekend. All of us brought plenty of water for the dogs. Heat is the enemy of a dog, so really pay attention to your four-legged friends, their feet, their ears, their eyes for burrs. Yes, pheasants, the birds are plentiful. Very good for northwest Iowa. I can't speak really to any other portions. We did hunt on our family farm in about an hour and a half south from here. Anything where the crops were out and anything in the cover, it was very easy. But although opening weekend should be a little easier to get especially your kids out.
Yes.
While it's comfortable. Again, bring snacks, bring water. The entertainment value for keeping a kid involved and with their shotgun is paramount. But also, mainly pay attention to your pets. They're invaluable. The best conservation tool you'll ever purchase in your life. So pheasant numbers look to be very, very good. Short grass, tall grass. Now with the hunting pressure that has been, this morning I went out, everything I found was in pretty thick cover. So, I mean, a lot of the birds have been kind of pushed into spots where they feel a little more comfortable. Really pay attention to edges, hunt around areas where the crops are out. Doesn't really matter if it's soybeans or corn. The birds I shot today were around a soybean field. Their crops were full, and I always, just kind of the biologist in me, I see what the birds are eating.
Yep.
It's just easy to investigate that, and both the roosters had plenty of soybeans in. So if you're corn driven, that's fine, but they like soybeans just as well as they do the waste grains of anything else or the seeds within the prairie that you're happening to hunt. So ducks, on the other hand, a little stale. We're waiting for weather, as most duck hunters are. So last week of October, first week of November is kind of a barometer of things to come. We're dry, but we've luckily gotten some water back in some of our sloughs. I will say, if you're trying to hunt ducks right now, you can drag as many decoys around, make it as laborious as you want. This morning I was down to 6 decoys and 1 spinner, and I got rid of the spinner immediately because I felt it was spooking what was flying above us. And I put out a jerk string. And a jerk string is also a product we carry here. Very simple tool, a string with some barrel swivels. You can attach a couple of your decoys with a bungee cord and the cord back to you in an anchor. And all you do is pull that back and forth to put ripples on the water. Otherwise, your decoys look like decoys. These birds that we have right now have seen hunters. They aren't moving anywhere. They're loafing a lot of the day. You might only get a couple opportunities. So. And that's all you're looking for right now. So it will get better. Also, with the heat of pheasant hunting is going to come the cold of duck hunting for your four-legged friends.
Yeah.
Imagine you jumping into a lake with your swimming suit this time of year, much less later in November. So your hunting partner is a lot of times sitting inside your metal duck boat, and wet. So take care of them. Put a pad down on the front deck to keep their feet up off of the metal deck. I mean, this is all common sense stuff, but it does make for a much kinder day for them, and keeps them warm, keeps them safe. You know, it's always fun when there's 30 and 40-yard retrieves, but there's days where you might have a cripple on the water. They might be in the water for multiple minutes, 100-yard retrieve. So
Sure.
simple Velcro vest with a zipper. It's got the arm slots, the leg slots, and you just pick out the right size. We've got every size in stock, various different designs, and whether you like camo or just an olive drab color. Also pheasant vest for your dogs. We just discussed this
Yeah,
a few
yeah.
minutes ago.
Yep.
I don't particularly put them on my golden retrievers because of just the size, and if they get warm, they don't really care for them. If you're hunting in an area with briars and burrs
Yep.
and sandburrs, maybe South Dakota a little bit further west where you see a lot of the sandburrs, southern Iowa with a lot of sandburrs, nothing wrong with getting your dog, and I would urge you to introduce your dogs early to these so you're not putting them on opening day and having them freak out. It's always, you know, especially for a young dog, is don't just throw them in a prom dress and expect them to really want to keep it on. They're going to want to probably peel it off, and so don't introduce this to them on opening day. Get this used to summertime or whatever, but
Sure.
most dogs will
Yep.
take to them pretty quickly. The boots, on the other hand, for paw protection, that some dogs like them a lot, really very quick. Some dogs will just try and tear them off. But again, don't introduce them to the morning you're going to go out
Right.
and hunt. Preparation in all this, whether you're
Yep.
fishing,
Yep.
hunting ducks or pheasant, prepare yourself for the day. It'll make it much more enjoyable and usually lead to success.
And get your dog in shape, right?
Well, get yourself in shape too. Found that out too. So the older you get, yeah. So I'm 54 years young this week, and you discover when it's 65 degrees out walking and
yes.
you're lugging gear around, that
Yep.
walking around in the pavement or around the showroom is much easier than knee-high grass and chasing the dog around. So your dogs also, you got to remember when my nephew had a Fitbit on, and we did 6 miles in one morning on Sunday, last Sunday, and so if we did 6 miles, more than likely the dogs more than likely
Oh, yeah.
could have done 4 times that, maybe 5
Oh, yeah.
times
Yep.
that. Which you run a dog too as well,
Yep.
so you know that. I mean, they're zigzagging back and forth. So at the end of the day, take care of them. Check them for burrs, eyes, especially with the seeds, nooks and crannies on their body. Check their paws where the rubber meets the road.
Yes.
Really check their paws. You had a friend that had an incident
Yep.
where it cut a paw.
Darren Jones. So Darren, I hope Cole's doing better. I hope you can get him out in the field real quick. But stuff happens. Ty, I always have first aid kits with me.
Absolutely.
You know, I mean,
Yep.
it's
And have your veterinary's number in your
Yes,
phone.
yes.
I've used that from time to time as well, and some of it not necessary, but some of it I've had some abrasions and some cuts where they required stitches. Hitting a barbed wire fence.
right.
If it can happen, it will happen. They're hardworking. Take care of them as much as you do yourself. And you know, if you got elderly people in your hunting party, pay attention to them. I mean, we
bet.
all walk at different paces. Gun
Yep.
safety always.
Yep.
Pay attention to your partners on left and right side of you. Keep your safety on until you're ready to shoot. Just the obvious things that sometimes aren't always so obvious and lead to a very tragic accident.
We still long tail feather contest too. If you get a bird with a nice tail feathers, we had a couple over 23 on Saturday.
That's a
Ty.
good one. Those are good
Yeah,
ones.
Some are, you know, a couple-year-old birds.
You bet.
Get down here and enter them, win a prize. We appreciate it. Ty, thanks, man. I really appreciate it.
Anytime.
You
You
bet.
bet.
Thank you very much.